So I don't normally talk politics or religion just because, you know, people just get too much into it, and it just starts too much trouble. But I keep getting questions on my religion and my beliefs, so I'll break it down for you, let you know where I stand on religion. When I was a kid, 3-4 years old, my dad was already in Bible college, and he got a job at Skyline Church in San Diego. So from 4 to junior high, I attended a private school. There was like 10 kids in the class, a lot of Bible classes. It was crazy. I mean, I even won this Thessalonian Award for like the best, the best reading of the Bible and dictation I did. And I'm not gonna bullshit, I was into the Bible, man. I read the Bible 1,000 times. But the older I got, and the hypocrisy I saw in the church, and I saw people who, claimed to be this, that, and the other, but it didn't work out. Not too long after my early 20s, mid 20s, is when I found Alsa True, and I have 75% Scandinavian blood, and I have 25% German blood, and my DNA was tracked back pretty far to Scandinavia. From Scandinavia to Minnesota is where I come from. My dad was in the Navy. He was born and lived in Minnesota, so he moved out to the Navy. The crazy thing about my dad is he was a sinner, man. He was a no good dude. But the lady in the apartment next to us had a 5 or 6 year old child, and she died. And he went to their funeral, and apparently it changed his life. He couldn't believe how everybody was happy and rejoicing the fact that this little girl is gone and she's in a better place. He couldn't wrap his head around it. So that's when he turned into a preacher. Over the years, the preaching, I guess it didn't pay off or whatever, so he started a construction company, and that's where I started working. Not working, but I was on the payroll. But during that time, I had a lot of issues with God. I had a lot of issues with my dad, and so I turned to Odinism, and I became a Viking, and I lived that Viking life. I believed in Valhalla. I believed in dying in battle. A lot of people think it's stupid, but it made a lot of sense to me. So fast forward another 5 or 6 years, and I revert back to Christianity. I was having a hard time, and picked up the Bible, started reading it again, and I got back into the Bible. Now, right now, if you ask me what I believe in, I'm going to tell you I believe in a higher power. If you look back from now to the beginning of time, all the stories are really similar. And it's almost like they just take different names and they make religions their own. So I have a really hard time with organized religion. I don't go to church. I rarely pray, but I think I do have a relationship with a higher power, because I believe that I don't think you just die. I don't think you were just born. I really think there's a reason to be here. For whatever reason you're here, you were here for a reason. You know? I have no doubt about that. God, these motherfuckers mean mug around here, man. So, what would I tell you to believe in? I don't know. You know, a lot of what I read is on Buddha and in the Zen lifestyle. You know, I believe there is somebody watching us. I believe there is a hell. And as of right now, I'm pretty sure that if I would die today, I would go to that hell. I still think I have making up to do for a lot of bad deeds. You know, I've hurt a lot of people close to me because of my selfishness, you know? And I've been trying to make it up for 10 years now, but sometimes the wounds are too deep and there's no fixing it. And that's pretty much where I am right now, you know? I can't fix anything, and I've accepted the fact that I'm going to be alone. And don't feel bad for me, because I'm actually looking forward to it. I don't want to have another person tell me what I can and cannot do. I don't want another person who controls my life, you know? From here on out, I'm living my life. You know, for me, I'm gonna get better, and for every person that doubted me, I got such a chip on my shoulder. So many people told me I'm gonna fuck up and I'm gonna fail, and it inspires me every day. You have no idea. And it was just the motivation that I needed, because man, friends ain't loyal, family ain't loyal, and I got blood that's not my family, you know, and I got family that's not my blood. You know what I'm saying? I've known people for 2 months that I trust more than I know people for 10 years. And that's real. That's real shit. You know? When you trust strangers or people who look out for you, I've been having a hard time. And there's been a few dudes that have actually gone out of their way, like a few times a day, to hit me up and ask me if I'm alright, man. And that shit fucking warms my heart, you know? Because honestly, I'm not used to it, you know? Even whatever, you know, just if you have someone that's struggling, or you know someone that's struggling, or, you know, send them a message, man. It won't take long. Just tell them to stay up, that you love them, you know? It matters, man. It makes people feel better. But it is what it is, man. We all, you know, we're all fighting the same life, just different battles, you know? But fighting is the key, you know? Nobody that fucks with me is gonna lay down. We're all going down swinging, man. We'll go down back to back swinging. You know what I'm saying? It's unfucking stoppable. Sorry, man. It's a ghetto ass hotel, man. Every time I'm outside, I feel like I'm gonna get robbed. And I didn't even bring a gun with me. I didn't want to get fucking hemmed up in Los Angeles with a pistol. But I got 3 knives on me and 2 mean ass fists. Okay, Holmes. Es todo por la noche. Nos vemos.